Dr. Pepper, whatever it is. All right, what is happening, Fish and Friends? Welcome to another live. Tonight should be fun. We were supposed to be the four horsemen of the Fish apocalypse, but tonight is Mr. Hank Bassgeek's birthday, and somehow he forgot it was his birthday when he solidified his spot in the Brady Bunch deal tonight. He forgot. I don't know. So if you get a chance, go wish Mr. Hank a happy birthday. I have been under the weather, sick as a dog all week. So I'm here doing the live. I woke up about a half hour ago. And I was like, dang, come on. We're doing it. We're still doing a live. Why not? I want
Let's
to talk
do this.
fishing. So we got, for those of you who don't know, over here, Mr. Jim, the Tackle Junkie. How are you, sir?
What's going on? Good to see everybody on here tonight.
Heck yeah.
Jim, I specifically brought you on for your power of having every bait at hand because I'm not going to be getting up and down tonight. So that's going to be your job, and I know you'll have everything.
I keep telling you guys, this is a green screen. These really aren't here. You know,
Bruh, come on, we know better. We're not as stupid as we look. Mr. Randizzle down here calling from. He's on location, but it looks like he might be in an office setting now.
Yeah, it's just there's no sheet up behind me this time. So.
Oh.
But you did say you had a little ghost behind you, though, chilling. You know.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's a ghost that caught on tape. It's a cutout. It's a drawing of a ghost taped to the wall or taped to the door. It's a ghost.
Randy's, as you can tell, Randy will be our comedic relief for the night. I need to get the sounds like Bobby Roast Beef has. I felt really underwhelmed with my stream after he had lights and sounds and everything else, man.
Oh, really? I'll check that out.
Yeah, he's a good dude, good cat. But tonight, everybody, my goodness, what's been up? First, we're gonna go over a quick what's up. I've been sick all week. I've been out twice. The week before, it was like 42 degrees each day. I've still not caught an open water fish. I was skunked both days. Yeah, pretty much sucks. Then I got sick, and then we had snow Friday, and yeah, so that's fun. Mr. Jim, how about you? What's been up in your neck of the woods?
To be honest, I haven't fished either in a couple weeks. It was decent when I was fishing, obviously, but weather, a lot of rain, ton of wind. We did get some flurries on Friday as well, but with all the rain here, with me washing trucks for a living, I really can't wash in the rain, so I have to pick the better days to work. So of course the off days are rainy and windy, as haven't been out. But from what it looks like in the near future here, weather's changing. So, but I've said that for the last month, and it keeps getting worse. So I'm not going to say that anymore.
The weather's only going to get worse here. So
yeah, well, it'll get better, and then we get snow Friday.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't believe we got snowed, in April here, but.
Oh man, this year I was actually just telling Randy because Randy sent me. Well, Randy, what have you been up to? I'll let you go first. I won't spoil it. What have you been doing?
Well, still on location. I received a message from my roommate saying that the other individual in the house now has the viddies, so I chose to stay on location a little bit longer, which is probably the best choice because it's nice here. Well, actually, I won't say it's nice here. We had wind warnings the last like 3 days, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wind warnings with red flag warnings. If anybody knows what that is, it's don't throw anything burning on the ground because it'll start a fire instantly. That and he's catching some fish. No big deal. It's just casual,
Yeah, this guy catching some fish. Tough guy. So that's what I was gonna say. Mr. Randy's been out catching fish.
Now, did he ever get his channel up and running? Did you?
No. Okay, so
you're breaking up. What happened?
Everybody right now, we have 180 people in here. Let's get those numbers up. Increase, and this isn't for me. I'm not being selfish here. Increase these numbers by about 500. Let's get your friends, your sister's uncle that fishes. I actually found Randizzle's channel today, not Darcizzle. I know there are some copyright issues because they're often mistaken for the same person. But I found Randizzle's channel and linked it below in the description. I said, talking lures with Randizzle, his channel. And Jim, So if you haven't subscribed to either of those guys, their YouTube channels are below. Please go subscribe. We want to get Randy to 1,000 subscribers without a single video. It's kind of
I was say, does he have any videos on there?
no, no, no videos yet. So don't be surprised when you go there
man.
and there's no videos. But let's see, Colin. I did want to grab that one because I am going to be doing a wacky rig video of some new things that I got. I don't have the VMC crossover rings though. Jim, have you used those?
I have them. They're not
see,
quite.
Tonight I'm not.
They're not quite arm's reach, but I do have them.
Are those the like the thicker black ones with like the little hole that you put in?
Yeah, haven't.
I'm not going to make fun of Jim tonight because he's my show and tell guy because I'm not getting up. So I actually appreciate Jim tonight.
Don't those have like a special tool that they come with too?
Yeah, like a little black scissor looking thing.
Yeah, it like
Yeah, yep.
It like
Here,
opens
Jim,
it
I'll
up.
make you big. Hold on.
Yep.
So have you used these at all, Jim?
Haven't. You can see the tool here still in the package. Haven't used them yet. But yeah, that's the rings there.
Because the rings are the black ones with like the bigger.
They are black, green pumpkin, and clear. 3 options there.
Do they have like the little round hole where you can put the hook through, or is it just a?
Yeah, then there's a hole on either side of it. Let me go ahead and take one out here.
Yeah, I've seen these, Colin, and I actually wanted to try them because I've got a couple ways that I do a wacky rig normally, and I got a new tool from Arsenal. Our good friend Rich Hellabass was talking about the Arsenal one, and I picked it up, and I really, really like that one.
Oh, that's going to show up or not, but there's the little nub up top. There's holes on either side, so you can rig it either way. It's not really going to show up too well.
Yeah, there's like a little hole up top above the ring, so you can rig it perpendicular to the stick bait. So your stick bait's like this, the ring goes on it like this, and then it's got a deal here, like a little hole on top of the ring, so you can put the hook through it.
Well,
there's one on either side though. There's one on either side though. So if you
so you can rig it either way. So you could use it like a Nico rig too.
Yes, sir.
Or Neko.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Okay, there you go, Colin. I have not used them, but I do actually want to try them. I get up and get it, but I don't know. I don't even think it's down here. I think I was looking at it upstairs the other day. I got the Arsenal one. Check out. I'm not going to bring it up right now, Colin, but check out the Arsenal one. It's got like a thing that looks like you look up somebody's nose, kind of like the one that Jim had there, but it's just got a little ring, like a little tiny ring. I'm really excited to try them and see how they hold up.
You might be able to see in this picture here. Maybe you can see a hole on either side of it.
Oh yeah, yep.
Huh? Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it just had the one. That's interesting. That makes it kind of cool.
Yeah.
Do you get any? Do you get any with the tools, or is it just the tool?
I think you do get a handful here. Rings stored in the handle. It includes 4 6mm. There's storage on either side of the handle there on the bottom.
Nice.
And it comes.
You turn the handle. It's got like a little piece that slides away or whatever.
It comes with a handful of the 6mm.
Okay, let's see. I think that was Rob. Oh man, we got a bunch of people in here. Okay, G-Fan, you need to hit me up. I owe you something for the stuff that you sent me the other day, brother. I appreciate that a ton. Hit me up before I forget. Gramps, good supporter of the channel in here. By the time people buy the special tool and all the rings, you just buy more baits or mend it. Yeah, exactly. That's what Randy actually takes mend it and layers it up on the bait and uses that to put his hook into.
I thought he put some on his sandwich too, didn't he?
Probably. Yeah, that's use number 368 for mend it.
Don't you hate it when the bread or the innards slide out of the bread?
Right.
Mend it. Perfect.
Yeah. Your bologna, mend your bologna together.
Oh my God. Yeah, don't ever mend your bologna. That's a bad deal. Eliza's in here, Mr. Ronald Yeater, or Yater, I don't know how you say it. Mr. Adam Colley, how are you, brother? Randall William Soley, brother, thank you so much for everything that you sent the other day. My wife is absolutely ecstatic about that stuff, so thank you so much, brother. What else do we have? Scott Vermonter. I'm not going to go through everybody. I'm trying to catch up, but all the members too. So you can see like Frank Cornacchia here, opposite side of the country from New York. The members, they've got the member symbol. Thank you for everybody who has supported my channel by joining as a member. I was going to do a members live last week, and then this crap hit. So I'm going to do one here probably next week. Hopefully I feel better, and we're going to talk and try to do a little bit more in depth for some people. I need to get a topic figured out, but I know Gramps just did a members only, showing off some chatterbait stuff. Carl Ferg's in here. Jesse, Pima623, another Iowa dude. Pima, I didn't know you were in. He sub to Dizzle. Josh Lanham, what's up, brother? Michael, let's see. So Rob, good supporter. OJ and soup donation. Avoid dairy. No B's and G's. I actually just had
A
a
bucket
Greek
full of
yogurt,
B's
and
and
that
G's.
probably wasn't. No, I wish I did. I would gladly eat some B's and G's right now. I just had a thing of Greek yogurt. Probably not the best, but yeah. Rob, thank you so much for the donation. And the tattoo is spot on. Half pinup girl, half largemouth bass. I freaking love that.
That's awesome.
And I think I saw Ralph drop a donation too. Let's see if I'm not missing any. So we're going to get started here and talk about tonight. I thought it'd be fun to talk about our favorite lures, past, present, and future. So I was going through organizing some stuff over here. It's a never-ending battle for me trying to organize. I hate organizing.
Yeah.
So I was looking through old stuff and I'm like, damn, specifically it was an old man spinnerbait, and it just like took me back down memory lane fishing with dad. So I thought, why don't we go down that sort of memory lane tonight and talk about favorite lures from the past, present, future. Ralph, what's up, fellas from Lake Chickamauga? Dang, dude,
nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Watching the final days of the Bass Elite. First road trip for the new truck. Dude, I did see you got that new truck. That thing is bad to the
That was
bone.
really looking, dude.
Rooting for, is it Jokumsen? He's from Australia, right? Fear My Heart. He seems like a pretty cool cat. Well, Ralph, thank you for the donation, brother, and thank you for everybody that donates. I didn't get a giveaway together. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe. I appreciate everybody who donates, though. I just happened to think about it. I just woke up a half hour ago, so you got to bear with me. Maybe I will. We'll see how tonight goes. Fish in the Southeast in here. What's up, brother? Yes, I am sick. I've been sick all week. All right, so let's start with you, Jim. I'm going to run through comments, see if we got anything good, cool stuff going on here, good questions. We're going to start off in the past. Let's take a trip down memory lane.
I'm just curious if you can guess what bait I used to fish years ago, even before YouTube. What was my go-to bait?
Minnows and a bobber.
No.
Crawlers.
I mean, for as much as I like to crank now, any guesses on my old favorite?
I'm guessing like
a shaky head.
A man's crankbait of sorts, round bill. No?
Believe it or not, way before YouTube, I never even used to toss hard baits. I never even touched a square bill. Can you believe that?
Was it the cream pre-rig lure?
No, my go-to bait years ago, and I don't even really know how I even got turned on to it, was a tube. But I didn't fish it I didn't fish it with a jig head. I Texas rigged it and would pitch and flip it around grass. But that's like, I used to fish those years ago like I fish crankbaits now. And I don't really even know how I got hooked onto them. I guess one day I just picked up a pack of tubes, caught fish on it, immediately gained confidence in it, and I just ran with it, you know. But yeah, tube, Texas rig tube, Yum. It was a Yum 4-inch tube, black and blue, and it was their old scent. I think it was LPT. But whenever they changed it to the F2 scent, and I'm not even sure if that's the newest scent they have out. Anyways, when they changed it to the F2, they changed the size of the tube. It was a bit stiffer. It didn't work the same. So I kind of got out of the tubes at that point. But years ago, man, it was the tube for me.
Let's do another one. Because I was going to say top 3 on each. I don't know how long we'll go into all these, but do you have a couple?
Are we talking like ones that I don't fish anymore, or just like old favorites?
Just old favorites. They could be things you don't fish anymore, things probably, that maybe have made it through the years.
Probably a rage toad. I mean, I still fish them now. I used to fish them a ton back then, but I didn't even really touch hollow bellies just because I loved fishing a rage toad that much. So that's something that we still love doing.
Yeah,
and it's kind of fun. I used to throw that on. I didn't even throw it on braid. 20-pound mono is what I threw those on.
Wow. Yeah. I'd throw a rage toad on a 7-foot spinning setup with, I don't even know what braid was on there. But I would throw it around the pikey places that we would go and fish at, just because it's like, oh, I lost a rage toad, no big deal compared to a hollow body, you know. But yeah, I had so much, and then it's I think the rage shad.
Oh yeah,
it's got the big oval body and the big tail on it. Yep.
I guess I love fishing a buzzbait so much. Obviously, that's pretty similar, reeling it in. But yeah, rage toad was a good one. What was your go-to color? Mine was the green pumpkin chartreuse.
Oh God, I don't even remember. It's got the cream belly on it, and then I
Oh,
think,
green pumpkin pearl, I think it was. Yeah.
yeah, yep,
Yep.
the pearl. That's always. I
Yep.
love how their colors vary so much in the packaging too.
Hmm.
Like some of them, you get like a really cream color on the bottom, and then other times you can
You
barely
get like no
tell the
cream. Yeah.
difference. Right. You got a third?
Do I have a
So I was
third?
looking through. While you're doing that, Jim, I'm going to share my screen if you have a third. Hella, so Hella Bass is in here. Hella, if you would drop your new code, please, for everybody. I know I use that for Omnia. I was just talking about you with the Arsenal pliers. I would appreciate it. Everybody use his code if you shop over at Omnia. Save you some money, and a little bit goes back to him to help support him. He's a good cat. We all love Rich. And I don't stunt. Said Debo, your name is Devin. Yes, my real name is in fact Devin with an O. It's generally the girl spelling. So what do you do?
I'm gonna go for a third. Obviously, I still love fishing a swim jig now, but years ago, one of my go-to swim jigs, I think it was they called it the KVD Finesse, which was just a lighter wire hook, and had the undercut skirt on it. And I would put a Yum chunk on. I had a black and blue swim jig, Yum chunk, but the color was it's like a plum color, and I wouldn't hop it. I would just reel it, and for whatever reason, I mean that chunk really had no swimming action at all, but for whatever reason, that combo just always got bit. That was kind of my three go-tos years ago.
Nice. Some great comments rolling by here, definitely.
Got to go back and unmute. Sorry, I keep going back to mute and stuff because it's super loud now when I type. But G Fan got me. I think it was G Fan that said that. He said, "What? I wonder how some of the old winning lures compared to the new winning lures." So I went back and looked at old Bassmaster Classic winners. So the first one took place on Lake Mead, Nevada. Used a 1/4 ounce Zorro aggravator tandem bladed spinnerbait. 1971, and the first Bassmaster Classic winning lure was a tandem spinnerbait. Look at old boy. Yeah, they didn't practice catch and release back then, baby. You took those son of a guns home on a stringer and ate them, boy.
Threw them over your back, man.
Yeah, threw them over your shoulder.
No penalties for dead fish.
No, you actually got extra points if you bounced them off the hull of your boat or the
Drug them
bottom of
on
your
the
boat.
ground. Yeah, you got extra points.
Unlike MLF, yeah. Let's look at 70. Let's actually run through all these real quick. This is kind of a good. I love this stuff. Butler finished small Okie Bug, a spinnerbait he designed. 11 ounce with 11 ounces of bass. Dang. Okay, so spinnerbaits. Rayo Breckenridge, 52 pounds, 8 ounces with a variety of lures. Didn't name any. Ooh, he wouldn't give out the secret juice. However,
Right.
many anglers believe he fished a spinnerbait.
I don't know. Caught him in the mouth, I guess.
How'd you catch your fish? I caught him in the mouth. Okay, so what was this one? Tommy Martin. Add a Oh, he was the first to add a trailer hook to his spinnerbait. Shag colored crankbaits, Rebel Super R's. Oh my gosh, and Bagley Balsa B's. Yeah, the old Bagleys.
Yeah.
So we'll come back. We'll come back and look at these maybe here in a little bit. But what do y'all think? Is that fun? Y'all like looking at this? Look at it.
Oh yeah.
Daggum
That's
spinnerbait,
crazy.
maybe.
Spinnerbait.
I mean, it's funny the people that say spinnerbaits are dead, or dude, I love spinnerbait bite, man.
Right.
And I probably wouldn't choose. I know everyone chooses like the chatterbait these days. I still love tossing chatterbait, but I wouldn't pick a chatterbait over spinnerbait. You know.
I wouldn't either for most spots.
Yeah, I'm torn. I really underspin has been my go-to as of late.
Oh yeah.
I'm an underspin fan. Oh jeez.
I toss them.
God, you guys can't get me laughing. If I start laughing, man, the coughs. Okay, so Jason Gordita says the Depths Dookie Poop Lure or the War Eagle Jig. This or that.
Which War Eagle jig? Your finesse jigs you use, or the one Jason Chris?
Or the Jig Jitsu?
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think you can pick. I haven't ever fished the poop lure, so I got to go with the War Eagle heavy finesse jig.
You got to go with the jig.
They look interesting, baby. Harry just became a member. Harry, thank you, brother, for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Welcome to the DEBO'S squad. Cracking Bass wanted an excuse to talk about banjo minnows. I had them, man. I had the original banjo minnows when they came out. My grandpa always got me like the as seen on TV because he's like, man, I bet these will work. I never caught a damn thing on them. Never.
You guys got to go over your top 3, old school.
Randall, how about you? Go ahead, give us a couple.
So I'm gonna kind of follow suit. I used to love throwing the tube, but I'd use a jig head on it, and that was probably a little bit more fishing on the river also. Me and old Johnny taking the boat out, fishing the river, throwing them. That's probably got to be number one. God, just like not a big ribbon tail worm, but just like a Strike King or a Yum ribbon tail worm. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Usually, and Devin's talked a few times about it, but the old Tequila Sunrise has always been a fantastic color. I never knew the actual name of the color. I just knew it was that one, and I'm like, yeah, throwing that. I used to get a lot of crap about throwing it too, and then I'd catch a lot of fish on it. And I'm gonna say also, I'm just gonna go with basically a smaller spinnerbait. Traditionally, one blade versus multiple blade. But those ones that the ones that you find at Walmart or the
little pond magics. I used to toss those a ton.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep. The little. I remember the first 5-pounder I caught was there was a local bait shop that was down by Debo, and they had micro spinner baits, like micro, super tiny. And I remember just this perfect cast up underneath the trees, right off the rocks on the bank across, fishing a farm pond. And this 5 just smoked it. I'm surprised it didn't all of it didn't just bend straight out when I caught it, but that was one that I'll always remember. I wish I still had some of those, but they don't make them anymore. And
a lot of companies now are making those, I guess, more compact spinnerbaits. Like Striking, they just released one too, all 1/2 ounce, but much smaller frame.
I do got to say with the tube jigs, going a little bit different with the. I remember when, I think it was the first time I ran into Strike King's coffee scent on the tube jigs, and I just remember, just loving the way that stuff smelled as compared to the majority of your other baits that have a really fish-friendly scent to them compared to those coffee ones that smelled so delicious. I know Debo would. He usually wants to eat them, I think.
I agree. I could sit and huff a bag of the coffee scent Strike King stuff all day for sure. The best smelling.
Yeah, put that in a bottle. I'll wear that stuff.
See, when it comes to old lures, for me, for sure, a Man's spinnerbait. I was all about Man's stuff back in the day. Hank Parker was sponsored by Man's. I loved everything Man's lures. I think it was at Randy. Oh my gosh, you actually have some of that?
Yeah.
I didn't know they made it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's just an attractant?
It's a cologne. It's a TJ cologne. I think it was Randall Pink Floyd that said the auger tail worms. Yes. They had the small ones. They had the bigger the jelly worms that I fished a ton.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what were the I know, Devo, you busted them out not too long ago. It was the Yamamoto had the weird hula skirty creature bait things. Do you remember those?
The skirter grub, the hula grub.
Hula grub.
Yeah, hula grub.
Yep, I used to fish those a lot. I wouldn't say that was one of my favorites. I fished them. I think I got in a hot stretch of like a month where I loved them, caught bass on them, and then
I used to fish the Chomper brand of those. Yeah,
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I had
the
what was it? Arky brand was the old one that I used to fish.
I got to change out my tube jig answer and go with a chigger crawl, Texas rig chigger crawl.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And not the crazy leg chigger crawl that had the 2 extra appendages on there. The original.
The OG.
What about the chigger quad?
No,
they still make that one?
I think they might. I have no idea. I'm surprised you don't have an entire pin of those
Box
background.
of them,
Oh,
they're
I
waiting to be
do.
unboxed.
They're over there. I do.
Oh my god, dude.
That's why
I
they're
love
not
Jerk
huh?
Ross, dude.
Number 3, man, it's kind of a toss up. Honestly, I used to throw just like a little 2 or 3 inch grub all the time because you catch anything. You know, grab
Like
a
a twister
medium
tail?
spinning rod. Yeah, like a
Mhm.
little twister trail, like one of these.
Mhm.
This is obviously a big one, but just a little grub. Like nobody throws grubs anymore. Finn the fisherman, I don't know if he's on here. He's in Texas and he's still a grub guy. Slays on them. It would either be between probably a grub or the Rebel Popper. That was an old favorite in the baby bass color. There's so many good oldies. Somebody was saying, I don't know if I put. Oh, I did. Shannon, jerkbaits of the past, present, future. I didn't start fishing suspending jerkbaits until a few years back. Good Lord. But a couple months ago, I was looking through, I don't know, probably 6 years ago, Randy. I had a really good day
Yeah.
out with you.
Oh yeah.
But I was used to fish. I was looking a couple months back in my old tackle box, and I used to fish those little floating Rapalas, like the little 3-inch, I think they were. Something like that. I think they were like the 3-inch. There was like an orange and gold that I fished all the time. But up until like 6 years ago, I only fished those little floating Rapalas. I didn't throw the suspending like Lucky Craft, pointers, anything like that. Yep. I think that's a
Yay
husky,
big?
little husky jerk.
Yeah, similar to this.
Yep, similar to that.
I don't even know if they
Little
still make
floating
them.
Rapalas.
But one of my favorites is the Demiki Slim Jack. That's just because it only goes a couple feet deep. It's a real shallow run.
Never fished that one. Uncle Josh pork. Oh yeah, we used to throw the hell out of those. I got some of the new ones. I don't know. You probably could see them right there. I got some of the new Uncle Josh pork stuff. I haven't got to use them yet because I still suck at fishing and can't catch anything. But
what have you tossed your first couple times out? What'd you try?
Lipless, spinnerbait, slow rolling a spinnerbait. I think we threw around some jigs. I don't even remember. I've wiped it out of my mind.
No underspin? What the heck, man?
I don't think I did. Randy did. I don't think I threw one.
And he's caught some fish, you know.
Oh, I did throw the tri-spin.
Could be something
I did
to
throw
that.
the tri-spin the other day. Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's some crankbaits.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing. No underspin. I did throw the triple spin, but no underspin.
I have
so let's get to some good
fish on 2 lures. Gee, was that like a semi mic drop there, or
I accidentally smacked the mic. I was gonna. Sorry.
Underspin is.
Oh yeah, fishing fix is right. I forgot. I didn't have to give anything away tonight because Jim was giving away a Daiwa reel.
No, it was the
Metanium.
Metanium,
you, brother.
It was the Metanium.
Oh no, that was last week on your stream. I thought it was the Daiwa this week.
Oh. Hey, which one you got? You had the 80, don't you? Speaking of Daiwa, you got the 80.
I did get the 80. Yeah, I was really hoping that video was going to take off. People will be interested. Not so much.
Did you use it yet? The 80.
I didn't take it out the other day. No, I had everything rigged and I didn't rig that one. Nope.
So
is that smaller in hand compared to the 100?
It is. Yes, it is. Slightly smaller. Yep, slightly smaller frame. I like it. I like it. Holy crap! We got a Star Wars legend that just joined the clan. Darth Vader. I had no idea it was a Debo. I didn't know he was still alive, and 2, I didn't know he was a Debo fan. Darth Vader, thank you, brother. I agree, Nick. Fat boy fishing. Spinnerbaits are killer. So Randy, sorry I cut you off there, brother. Go ahead.
You're fine. Being on location, I didn't bring any because I drove my car instead of the truck. When I came here, obviously gas prices are a smidgen high right now. So I didn't bring any fishing gear. So I went out like one of the first days I got here and I was like, it's nice out. And I bought a spinning combo, like super cheap spinning combo, like maybe $80. And then like I started fishing a little bit more and I'm like, I'm not going to.
Sluggo was another good one.
Get by with the spinning combo. So I went out and I have no idea why, but I bought another Daiwa combo here.
How do you like it?
Well, you were breaking up. I don't know what you said. Well, let's move on.
Randall's going to start admitting he likes some Daiwa stuff.
Oh, he does like it, huh?
Yeah, I actually like the grips on these. They're flat, but it's that little bit tapered out.
More of a paddle grip. Yeah, I got you.
More of a paddle, but they're super nice. But yeah, I picked up another one of those, and that's one of the ones. Actually, I caught both of my fish on that. I did have a jig rigged up on it and caught one on that, and then I switched it over to underspin.
And you caught a
Ooh,
fish
that
on
was
the
a really good one.
underspin. Go figure. Go
Fish
figure,
on the
Debo.
underspin.
Listen, guys, don't be picking on me. I'm in my weakling state right now. I'm fragile. Hook shank
fine.
Hewitt though, dude, that brings me back. Whenever I see a black jitterbug or the one that was yellow with like the frog spots, I think it was like frog color, or I don't remember what the hell it was, but I had a buddy that I grew up with, one of my like 3 or 4 like really, really good friends in high school. His grandpa had like 200 acres that he farmed and cattle and stuff. And in one of the slots of lands, we'd take his 4-wheelers out, camp overnight, and he had a big, huge pond. And right at dusk, we'd throw jitterbugs on that pond and just get smashed. Whenever I see a jitterbug, it always reminds me of those ponds at night as the sun's going down. So much damn fun.
It always reminds me of that song.
You probably start dancing.
Jitterbug. Man, Randall can cut a rug. If you've never seen this guy cut a
Oh,
rug,
I bet he can, dude. Probably moonwalks and everything.
he's also a superstar at Golden Tee Golf. You ever get this guy in a arcade with Golden Tee Golf, man, he will destroy you.
God, you got to watch out for the screws on that top lip, because when you, I've
Cut
seen
your
some
finger
terrible,
open.
terrible accidents.
Okay, let's talk about current Randall. So Randall's going to ruin the surprise, but I had Randy go on a mission for me the other day. He was out, and I've had multiple people ask me about the new Lew's Jeff Sprague Xfinity rod at Walmart. People are like, can you review that for a budget rod? And I'm like, I've seen it. It looks like a daggum lightsaber. You can see there.
It is
my lightsaber sounds. It's bright.
It is very bright. Some old man was giving me smack at the lake as he walked by on the walking path. He's like, I bet you're gonna catch a bunch of fish with those bright rods you got there. What does that have to do with anything?
Then you just Spartan kicked him in the water and said, bet you're gonna ride home wet, old man.
Yeah, how's the hip doing, old man? What?
So yeah, I really want to try that rod. How much were those rods? $80, $79?
$80 even. Jim?
Yes, sir.
This is a you and Debo both giving you credit for this. Take some Q-tips with you. Just like any other time you're going to go buy a rod, take some Q-tips. I probably went through 2 or 3 rods that had.
This is a Jim tip. I gave you that tip from Jim.
Yeah.
Jim's the one I heard it from.
Yeah, take a Q-tip, run it around the eyes real quick, and see if there's any nicks or little things that you can't necessarily see with your eye or necessarily feel with your hand. But I think there was 2 or 3 that I had to set aside because they were up at the tips. The tips were not the best on them.
That's kind of a red flag, though, to me, though. If you found 3 already in the store.
But
dude, Walmart
I do
is
have
always
to say,
like that.
Really?
When I went to get the old Xfinity combo, I had to dig like to the back because like kids be using them as lightsabers in there. People are like testing them like every sort of way, and like, oh my gosh.
And they were trying to fit, I think, 700 rods in the spot that 6 should go.
Gotcha.
So they're really jammed, and you can't easily take one of them out of there
Mm-hmm.
without getting 7 others to come with it.
Gotcha.
But I've loved the rod
River
so
run.
far. It's
There's been a couple people that have talked about the river run. What was a river run? I don't know that I remember that.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
River run. Let's look it up here real quick. Go ahead. We'll go ahead and go into another. Randy, do you have any new lures that you've been using? Or I know that the underspin has been kind of one of your favorites the past like a few years.
Underspin definitely, and I actually picked up. It's obviously not a lure, but I got a BuzzFeed box. I don't know if anybody's really seen these or not, but it's a modular. I thought the first time I saw these that the modular pieces were more of a pliable or softer plastic, but they're actually like a hard plastic. So I've liked this box. Again, this is something I just picked up just because I didn't have any lures. I didn't have anything here, so I just grabbed it just because it happened to be there.
I got a handful of those.
Yeah.
The way it's configured stock, it's a perfect little day box.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm anxious to kind of try these. It's a modified. I guess
there was the river route for everybody, old school with the metal lip. Those things are pretty sweet.
Oh yeah. These
I
are.
don't know that I ever had one. think I got some now.
VMCs, Moon Eye, they're kind of, I don't even know what these are called. They got a little blade on them. They're
The Willow
similar
Vibe.
to-
I believe that's the
Yeah.
Z-Man Willow Vibe.
It's a VMC. It's a Moon Eye something or other. But I think the
Oh, it's a
same kind of
VMC?
thing.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm anxious to
maybe
give
it's
it a
this
shot
VMC Willow Vibe.
just because I kind of cross between spinnerbait. Yeah.
Oh, do
Very
they each
similar.
have one?
Debo, where are you at? But yeah, Underspin's my my newest.
Man, Randy beating up on poor. I can't even stick up for myself. I can't. I'm so under the weather. I can't even think of things to get back at you. Be nice,
You'll
Randy.
figure it out sooner or later, buddy. Oh, I do got to throw in the free rig too.
Well, Eliza with the Sluggo. That was another good old one. The predecessor to the stick bait or Cinco that we think of now. Yeah, the free rig, man. I want to try that one too.
Yeah. Finding, again, instant gratification guy here, finding weights that somebody has in stock on hand is my biggest issue thus far.
Tom Mix is installing a new battery in his van listening to us. That is, man, that's dedication.
There you go.
Somebody else said they were at like the Mummy ride at Universal Studios or something and had to bring up Debo while they were waiting in line or something. Man, y'all are crazy. I love y'all. See, this is why I like doing the lives. They're fun. Like I never don't look for, even sick. I'm like, I want to get on and talk to everybody. Oh gosh, except for you, Westfall. Brother, I've seen you crush them out there in Ohio, man. You've had some really good days. No, my friend, no lunker hunt spiders. Those are not going to be on my list. How about you, Jim?
Have you actually tossed those before? The spiders?
Yes, I have.
Have you?
They're horrible.
He tossed the babiest, smallest, littlest one that you could ever get.
I didn't know
The
they had
size of an
multiple
actual
sizes.
spider.
I got the little one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabe's
On the
in here,
windiest
10 horse
day
Bonnie. What's
possible.
up, brother?
Yeah, never messed around with that one.
Oh yeah, Johnson Silver Minnow. Yep, another good one. So Jim, how about you? What are some of your current favorites?
Current favorites, got to be the underspin, for sure. That's one I always start out with, and I fish until they stop biting it. Depending where I'm at, if I'm around a lot of rock, can't put down the square bill, and I'm gonna have to say spinnerbait, man. I like reaction baits. I love moving baits. Fun bite, cover water, find the active fish. I keep it pretty simple. I probably don't even pick up plastics till dang near summer.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll milk that. I'll milk that reaction bite as long as I can.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, spawn and all that, fishing muddier water. I mean, there's no side fishing. You can't see nothing anyways. I mean, you're better off with the reaction bait anyways. If I come along a stretch to where I do catch a couple and I can see their tails are beat up or whatever, maybe I'm on a good stretch where they are some spawning fish, then maybe I'll pitch some plastics to some stumps or whatever. But for the most part, man, I'm just reaction baits.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on board with that too. Like a lipless flat side, I've had really good luck with the past few years. I hadn't really fished them a ton, but lipless flat side, always a spinner bait. You can start slow rolling it. You can fish it more aggressive as they move up shallower. Probably a Ned rig is going to be up there early spring. A little Ned rig always seems to kill it. However, after watching Randizzle beat me year after year early spring with a finesse jig, I have also converted to being a finesse jig thrower as well. Randy's oh, actually, here's one from. This is what I mean for those of you who don't know gosh, that's a bad angle. Don't know a finesse jig. This is from Pig Jig that I just unboxed. This thing is absolutely BEA beautiful, and I don't know why I can't focus here. Hell's going on, man? Everything's in shambles. My voice is in shambles. My webcam don't know what.
That's a good looking jig there. What trailer you got on there?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what is that trailer?
I'm glad you asked. This happens to be a baby D-bomb in the DEBO'S special color.
There you go.
Black with some blue and purple flake.
Breaking out the big guns.
I really want to try some of those, but I don't want to use any of them.
I'm gonna get one and frame it.
Packs will be all right.
I'm gonna frame it.
Get Debo to sign it for me and frame it.
Those are my current favorites as far as like early spring like this. Like I said, I've been out twice. Both days it was like water had to have been 42 degrees. If I could have moved around in a boat, I probably could have caught them. But I just fished a couple spots for the bank. The second spot, I was actually really pissed, and I wish I wouldn't have went there. Not because it started pouring on me 15 minutes after I got there, and I was completely soaked in 42-degree weather. But apparently some jackhole went all around the lake catching fish on worms or minnows because they had like left bobbers in line. And there was probably 25 dead bass every 10 steps. They would like apparently catch it and leave it on the bank. I was pissed off. It
It
just put me
wasn't
in
a
such a
fish
bad
kill.
mood.
It was actually.
There was none in the water, and we haven't had enough rain to flood anything. No, it was clear because there was containers, there was like pop bottles and stuff. So I don't know if it was somebody trying to do their own, lake management or something. But I was
heard
automatically pissed.
I heard at that lake the underspin was pretty hot too, though.
The what?
I heard at that lake you were at the underspin was pretty hot. It was working good.
Damn it, Jim! I did throw the tri-spin there to test it out, and it worked. One of my little inventions.
Too much flash.
Hey, it must have been. It was the fish were so thrown off by the sexiness of this lure, it wouldn't need it.
They're blinded
it
as they couldn't see. Too much flash.
Blinded by the light. Anyway, I'm hopped up on cough meds and getting crazy here. What else we got? Let's get some comments. Have y'all seen any good comments? Man, I've been trying to go through and catch up here. Fish and Fix, I agree. We have to convert Dizzle to be a Daiwa fan. If I had to pick one right now.
Favorite reel of all time. What is it?
Of all time ever? Oh God.
And then current favorite.
Do you know yours? I have to think.
I have to think about it.
Of all time, I think would probably have to be that Corrado E series and I don't know if it's just because the last couple years I was on the search for one. I had one when I got back into fishing. I don't remember if it was Dad's old one. I don't know. It wasn't Dad's. I think I bought it used from a guy. Yeah, I bought it used from a guy when I bought all the new stuff. And it was a piece of junk because apparently the guy had never taken care of it, and I sold it for like $40, not knowing that I should have just cleaned it. I didn't do all that stuff then. And then trying to find them now, they were like $250 on eBay. I'm like, damn it, I had one. So I searched for one of those forever. Those are cool little old reels.
So my all-time favorite is going to be the Dayawa Sv103, the one that looked like the old school Zillions. You know which one I'm talking about?
I don't have a bunch of the old school Daiwa reels. I didn't get into like a lot of the Daiwa stuff until Dad had a couple of the old ones, but I'm talking like old.
That'd be my all-time favorite.
I think the Fuego was probably my first Daiwa, to be honest.
Yeah. Mine was Tatula.
Dad's got some Tatulas. Dad's a big Daiwa fan. Dad likes Shimano too. Dad and I were kind of the same thing, that we used to have buddies. He had a couple buddies, and then people, whenever we go out and fish, if you're not a Daiwa guy, oh, sorry, I'm a Daiwa, or I'm sorry, I'm a Shimano guy. All I fish is Shimano. It made me hate Shimano so much that I wouldn't even buy him. Dad was the same way. He's like, I'm not even going to buy one.
Years ago, I didn't care how Shimano felt in hand. It just kind of turned me off. I was more of a Daiwa guy. I thought the Shimanos kind of felt cheap. I didn't like them.
Yeah, see, I've obviously got a few reels now, and using the Shimanos, I think they're the best, like as far as tolerances and smoothness. I don't think a reel beats a Shimano. But for me, I think it's the brakes.
Dude.
It is. It's a slick reel. But for me, it's the Daiwa brakes, the Mag Force brakes.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
just, dude, they're so good.
I'd prefer Mags over pins any day.
Debo,
Randall, how about you?
Quick.
Favorite old reel?
Yep, I'll get to that. But Army Outdoors just had a pop quiz pop up. I think it's a really good question that we should hit. It just happened. All-time favorite reel is going to be the Abu Garcia Revo winch. I still use it today. I mean, it's my 100% go-to. It's a workhorse for me. I love it. Current, I flip a lot. I don't know. I don't necessarily have a current. The current one that I like the best is the one that I catch and fish on, so it changes really.
Current, it's going to have to be. I mean, I love that Elite. I love that Elite. But that Metanium is probably my number one right now.
Think so? Oh gosh, duh!
I can't believe you're giving it away.
I don't know why I haven't had to think twice. The Zillion SVTWG for sure, favorite reel right now.
You like the Zillion over the Metanium, really?
Yes, I like it that much. I need to put more time in with the Metanium. I think the Metanium might be like a smaller, maybe a little bit different, better fit for like finesse stuff in hand.
I just use it.
I don't know, dude. There's just something about those zillions.
Oh, they're
I
awesome.
don't
No
know.
doubt they're awesome. Yeah. I still think the Elite would outcast it all day long.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to put more time in with the Elite. I was surprised that day I took it out and did the casting test. It came in second, but as far as casting feel, like even going all the way down, it was hard to. I just messed with the brakes a little bit, and I mean it's so those reels are so hard to backlash. Like that's the biggest I think selling point of those is they're comfortable. If you like a little bit longer profile, I think than like the smaller, shorter rounder, but the brakes. Daniel, I agree. I was almost exclusively Quantum back in the day because of Bill Dance. Man,
You know
they
what's
were one
funny?
of the top three.
I never owned a Quantum baitcaster.
Really?
I don't think I have either.
Wow.
I always wanted the one. I think it was called the EXO. Is that what it's called? EXO. Van Dam,
God, I don't
Hackney
remember.
always talked about it.
Oh,
Is that what it was called? EXO?
possibly.
I had the nice gold ones back in the day. I'd have to look. The old gold Quantums that were really nice.
Let's see here. Quantum.
Well, I should say I had one of Dad's hand-me-downs. But yeah, we were big Quantum guys back in the day. Okay, so Ralph, pop quiz. 1 week, all expenses paid, and fully loaded bass boat. What lake you going to?
That's what I was talking about.
Hold on, Jim. I'll make you bigger. I don't know that I remember those.
Yeah, that's
Was that like the early? Was that early 2000s? Like when I didn't really pay attention to fishing when I got out of it.
I don't even know when it came out. It could have been.
I think probably.
I kind of lost track right there, like from the 2000 to 2012. Right when I graduated and went to college and went off to do the MMA stuff, I pretty much dropped
tough guy.
fishing. So for me, shut up, Randy. Wish I had my "Shut Up, Randy" shirt. I could just hold it up instead of saying, "I love you, Randy." I'm kidding. For me, it would be anyone where I can go with somebody really cool and learn and maybe catch a double-digit bass. The biggest thing for me is I would want to go, if it was an all expenses paid, I wouldn't want to go with some old curmudgeon of a guide. I want to go with somebody fun that we could joke around with, have a really fun time, and learn from.
But the question doesn't even say you can take anybody.
Right.
Oh, well, if I'm going there and it's all expenses paid.
By yourself.
No, it doesn't say that. It says all expenses paid, and in my expenses is purchasing a guide. So,
well, I'm taking it as I gotta figure it out myself.
Yeah, no guide.
It's all me. 1 week.
Where you going? Your best shot for big bass. Where you going? On your own.
I don't know. I have no idea. I could go to some big Lake Fork. I wouldn't have any idea what the hell I was even doing down there.
Right.
I'd drive around and look for bass.
I'm with you.
Drive around asking, "Hey, do you know where the fish are biting at?
Hey, where do you guys catch those big fish?" I just follow find the first pro and I just spot stock his places and save them.
just whatever the
go back later in the week.
Or whatever the current fishing spot is for the tournament at this time of year. Just, I'm going to go here and fish.
I'm sure people do that. Stalk all the pros during tournaments, take all their spots.
Iceman, that's a good one. I haven't seen Fish Daddy in here. I don't know if he's in here or not. But Fish Daddy, Arthur 401, and Mr. Nick Rundle of the Bait Cave. I want to get both those guys on. Nick showed me a ton of stuff. I don't know if we'd be able to get Marley on for a night too, but those guys helped me a ton. So did Arthur. And if we can get some other small bait makers on too, absolutely. That's what I want to do is talk, small companies. I've actually got a couple other smaller companies coming on in the next couple weeks. Super K Jigs next week. And I think Rich had to jump out, but I first saw and heard of them on Rich's channel, and then Burley had them on. Super nice guys making jigs. Third Eye Fishing. I actually got to talk to him the other day. He's going to be on. And then Thunderhawk. So the next 3 weeks should be all companies kind of giving us some inside news, business, how they run their stuff, all that kind of stuff. So it should be fun. Smaller companies, nothing too big.
That's cool. You got your website all loaded up?
My website's been up for quite some time. I don't have anything on it though.
That's what I meant. You got it loaded back up yet?
Oh, no. I'm working, man. I am working my butt off. I just got done doing before I took my nap, my 4.5, almost 5 hour nap today. I got some swim baits cleared. So it's going slowly. Stay with me, people.
How many do you try to paint every week?
It depends on my schedule. Like for me,
Yeah.
it's kind of just a way to relax at night.
Hmm.
I'll paint a couple at night before I go to bed.
What's that take like
Um,
from start to finish to do one bait?
it depends on the bait. Depends on the bait and how like if you're doing one and then switching over to a whole different pattern, it takes a lot longer.
Hmm.
But if you put like 5 or 6 blanks out or 8
Hmm.
blanks, whatever, and I'm doing all the same pattern in that run, you can do them a lot quicker. Because let's say I have to do like a yellow top coat, so I can do all of them yellow without changing the color. And
Right.
each time you change a color, oops, sorry, that's probably loud in everybody's ears. Each time you change a color, you have to clean out the cup and then
Hmm.
do all. I just
What I miss?
He was Debo said, "Oh, sorry," as he hit the microphone. He's like, "That's probably loud on everybody's ears," and then instantly 2 seconds later, he does it again. Oh.
your damn face down there laughing.
So with less hand gestures, how long does it take?
Yeah, I'll talk back here. So I would say if I'm just doing one lure, maybe 20 minutes, depending on
Not too
how
bad.
intricate it's gonna be.
Hmm.
If I'm doing a run, I mean, I could do probably 8 lures in a half hour, maybe ish, 6
Hmm.
lures in a half hour.
Ain't bad.
Just depends. I'm gonna have to go get some more cough drops.
Go for it.
So
We got it.
Randall, and Jim, you guys take over.
We got this.
Yeah, Jim, where are you going on your all expenses paid full bass boat trip?
I mean, if we're looking for double digits, big fish, got to go to Big Fish Lake. Got to be what, Lake Fork, Falcon. What's the one? Clear Lake. It's pretty popular, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm torn. Like in this, I would say all expenses paid, full everything. I assume I can just lake hop, right? So if that's the case, I don't know if it's between Texas lake hopping or Florida lake hopping
You know, think about
because
it. Don't a lot of guys talk about? Is it Japan where all the big bass are at?
oh yeah, that's where the record's from, right?
Yeah. So maybe that's where we need to go.
Right. God, I remember. Do you remember back in the what was it? Mid 2000, well, maybe 2010ish, somewhere around there, where the guy out in California caught Dottie,
Mhm.
the
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
big bass. He actually ended up snagging it and all this stuff. And
Hmm.
then I remember a couple years later, I read another article about Dottie, and she like died.
Oh
Like
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know necessarily what had happened. Probably somebody
Mm-hmm.
foul hooked her, or snagged her again, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, single tear running down the
Mm-hmm.
cheek. You know, it's like.
Yeah, I remember watching
Uh,
that documentary. Yeah, that was cool.
God, I
I'm
just
back.
remember the
I'm so
picture
back.
of him on ESPN as he's holding this fish up, like struggling. I'm like,
Oh
first
yeah,
of all, 2 hands, buddy, 2 hands. You're gonna hurt
right.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jim, Lake Biwa is the one we need to hit in
Yeah.
Japan. And OHIV, I've heard, that's the one where everybody's going down and catching those big, huge double digits in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
We need to hit those. I wouldn't have any clue what the hell I'm doing there, but
I'm going
well,
with Japan.
that'd be really cool to go. I would
Oh
love to go
yeah,
over there and check that out.
yeah.
Whereas Bass Geek Leather Stalking Angler says, well, Bass Geek committed, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday when I asked him, and then he forgot today was his birthday, and he was doing something for his birthday. So
I think his wife made some biscuits and gravy.
hey, I'm
He's
going
home
over there to
eating.
eat then. Okay, so let's go lures of the future. Man, I can't believe we're already 53 minutes in. Time goes too damn fast. This is too fun. You know what? I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling a little under the weather. I gotta, for everybody sticking with me, we're at 300 even.
You're
Can't
giving away
believe it.
that many metaniums?
I wish I had that many metaniums, and I sure as hell would. I'll do a giveaway. I'm just gonna put a box of random stuff together. I don't have anything super cool, crazy. I'll put a box of stuff together. We'll pick a winner here in a few minutes. But for everybody sticking with me, even though I'm under the weather, I appreciate you all. And Mr. Randall, Mr. Jim Tackle Junkie, thanks for joining me tonight and help. I would not have been able to talk
My
by
pleasure, buddy.
myself.
Appreciate the invite.
Yeah, just like making you laugh and having a coughing fit.
Oh, dude, I can't, man. And these cough drops really help. Look, the old Luden, I think they're
The Ludens,
I don't
the
know.
candy.
No, not these. These are actual like menthol cough drops. They taste like absolute Sasquatch but they help.
We could do a
Not-
review on them. We'll do a review on them real quick.
Not the
No.
little cherry Ludens in the white boxes.
Oh God, the white box. Oh my gosh! And then your mom.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
Your mom would have to rub Vicks vape rub on your chest. I hated that crap. My grandma used to do this. I'm like, Mom, this stuff doesn't help at all, and it burns my eyes. She's like, put some under your nose. I'm like, ugh.
We all know.
Crowd K's.
After the live.
Yeah, Michelle's gonna rub Vicks all over me. I'm gonna go pass out. So I'm catching up here. We're at 8:20, so I'm only 7 minutes behind. Debo and Zona. I would love to meet Zona. I think Zona would be one of those guys, David. Somebody's fun, you could laugh a lot with, and I could learn a ton from. He's a Michigan guy, so I would love to learn drop shot. There was one where he was with, God, who was he with up there? I think it was Davey Height. He was fishing with Davey Height up there, and they were throwing big half-ounce swim bait heads and slow rolling these little swim baits and just demolished smallmouth. I'm not really used to catching the smallmouth up there. I've never done it ever. But not used to how those guys are, they'll find a pile of rocks and it's they're just loaded. You find one little piece of structure there. What else? Yeah, Lake Biwa, Kyle said. Lake Tahoe. Here we go. This or that. Fish in the Southeast. Fish a bait from the 1900s or fish a bait from the 2000s. That includes the baits in the future. I would definitely want to fish a futuristic bait. Get my hands on something that nobody else has ever had. I think the deal with the old lures back in the 1900s, I think there was, fish didn't have the pressure that they had now. So, you could probably come out with, a whole bunch of anything. And, stuff was kind of coming along. What was it? God, I did a video on that. The worm, when the first plastic worm came out and how crazy it was doing in Texas. I think Bill Dance, the first ever BASS sanctioned event, Bill Dance won that on a plastic worm. I don't remember what it was, if it was cream or what it was, but
I can believe
that's
that.
me. I'd use a bait from the future, from future.
Yeah, I'd go future.
The heat-seeking spinnerbait that goes to the fish and punches it and opens its mouth and hooks it, and then you just reel it in.
I'm still
Remote
going
control.
past. I'm going
Remote control
past because
crankbaits.
I don't want that futuristic stuff, man. We've talked about this before, Debo. The what's it called? The panoptics and stuff like that. I personally don't. I don't like it because I feel like it's not fishing anymore. It's literally it's just a video game where you just get to catch fish.
I'm kind of with you. I have no interest in it.
I want to go out there and have to use a bait and find the fish and catch them.
Mm-hmm.
See, I guess it's a sticky street because so I don't know how I feel about it in tournaments. If you're just a regular guy, I feel like I need all the help I can get because I can only fish a few days during the week. So I think it'd be fun to learn. Once you get to the tournament level, where do you stop? What happens if, so for ice fishing with us, Randy, we have, panoptics and stuff that you can use. And I think it makes ice fishing really fun because you cut down on the holes you have to drill, you're searching. But when you get in a tournament situation, does that really make you the best angler? The person that can use their electronics the best? I don't know. I'm not a tournament angler, so I don't really
the better sponsor and gets the better stuff to use.
I don't know. I don't have much in the fight, but I don't know. It's interesting. I would like to do it. I'd like to try it and learn it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it cheapens a big fish. I don't know.
But the thing is, even if I show you a fish, even if I was a genie, if you rubbed a magic bottle, and old genie Debo came out, and your wish is for me to show you where all the big fish are in the lake, and I took you to a spot and I gave you X-ray vision and you can see that fish, that doesn't mean it's going to eat though. You still got to catch it.
Yeah, but it's there though. You're not really fishing. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Ice fishing, I can see them on a camera, and I can't get those little jerks to eat half the time.
I mean, that's
huge perch. I couldn't get those huge perch to eat.
Yeah, it's a little bit different though. It's winter. They act different. That's what I'm going with there.
They still eat.
I don't know. I feel like it's still a little bit different. The process is a little bit different. Everything's just a little bit different about ice fishing as compared to open water fishing. I think I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Oh, so
kind of the excitement's gone.
Get off Randy's lawn.
Even the excitement's kind of gone. If you know the fish are there, you're just kind of waiting for the bite. You're not actually fishing and, oh, wait, is that one? Because you didn't know he was there.
Yeah. Yeah, I see both ways. Like I said, I don't really have a leg in the fight, so I'll sit
I
back
mean,
and
I
watch.
have to say I probably won't use one
I can
anytime
barely hear you
soon.
now, Randy.
Oh, geez. Can you hear me now?
I got you.
Oh yeah, now you're fine. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I'll probably ever use one anytime soon. Like the only time
Yeah, I
I'll
won't either. I
probably
can't
ever
afford
use
that.
one is when they're $20 at like a garage sale used and super
Same.
fish punching lures are out, I'll be
I
talking.
just want to get a boat. I just want to get a nice boat. Randall and I can go out in, and not a crazy nice one, just a regular boat. Here's
Papa
a good one,
Debo
Mr.
still
Randall Williams Soley. Pop quiz: best spinning reel at the $100-ish price point. I'll go first
combo
because
whole thing or just
just
reel and
best
rod?
spinning
It's real.
reel. I actually don't have a ton of spinning reel. I had the oldest Shimano, the green one. I think we talked about this last time, Jim.
Yeah, I don't think
The
you're going to beat the
Sahara.
Sahara for the price. Yeah.
Yeah, the Sahara or Sienna. Now my favorite now is probably the Fuego at $100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're talking the green one. You're talking about the Symmetry, I think.
Oh, Symmetry. Yeah. The old Symmetry.
Yep.
I think they stopped making this one, right? But this was my favorite for the longest time.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't love about Shimano's spinning reels is this little wire.
Mm-hmm.
It's like real tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And this one got bent. And this one, it's like you can't even flip it over unless you Power Man
Right.
5,000 it, which is no issue because I always manually do it, but it got bent somehow. That was my favorite old one, the old Symmetry. I've never cleaned this, and I've owned it for, I don't know, 12 years, something like that. It's an oldie, 10 years maybe.
I think reels, certain reels don't have to be cleaned, once every 17 years if they're a good reel.
It's tricky taking spinning reels apart. Some of those gears,
I hate cleaning them.
They develop wear patterns on there. So if you don't,
I hate touching spinning reels. I don't even get into it.
Years ago I screwed with them. I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, they're a nightmare. Okay, so let's go future lures. Is there a lure in the future that, and this is kind of a wide open question. I'm going to keep going through comments. I don't know what else we have going in comments. I'm 10 minutes behind, but is there a lure that you think is going to come out as a standout? Like I kind of called it a few years back that big swim baits were going to make a big surge, and they did. I think that's the only one probably that I've really nailed, and I think anybody could have probably seen, told that. And also we need to do let's do a giveaway here while we're thinking about it. But this can be either a lure that you think is going to be developed that you think is going to do well, maybe a lure from the past that's going to resurge in a different way, a lure of current day that's going to gain popular. I don't know.
I think the underspin is going to do great things.
Jim. I finally got some of those stupid collar underspin things from Picasso that you can add on.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a couple that you forgot to put in your cart at Taco Warehouse that I was finally able to purchase after being sold out. I just
got more into the other
day. I think I got 3. That was all they had. 3.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim.
I don't think any lures in the future are going to be like brand new lures. I think it's going to be modifications to current lures. Like I could see something happening maybe with like a Ned rig where they put some sort of fancy bell or whistle on it. Or, the underspin. I could see them, maybe doing something crazy with that, or I don't know. It's just more of a modification to a current lure. Just like, I mean, there aren't a whole lot of new lures that have come out even recently outside of, God, I don't even know any real new lures that have come out that isn't a modification to a current lure. You know what I mean?
Right. Kind of a spin off of it, yeah.
So I guess one that kind of we talked about that day where we had crazy killer days in the Whopper Popper. I don't remember. I think I might have got that out of a Lucky Tackle box or what. But I held off for the longest time. I'm like, these things are stupid. They're a gimmick. And I know they weren't new at the time. There were other rotating plopper type baits for muskie and stuff. But I had never seen one till the Whopper Popper came out and it's, surge took over. But that was one to me that was kind of like a new wide eye open, like, holy crap, this thing's sweet. It works. You can stop it. It's like a buzzbait you can stop. Do you think there'll be anything like that?
It was a floating
chatterbait was another one.
Like that, that never really caught on with me. I never really got it on the whole plopper thing. I'm more of a buzzbait guy. I rather toss buzzbait.
Okay, let me share this real quick. Oh crap, I didn't mean to double click that. Oh, and I closed it. Come on, Debo.
Sounds like my grandpa trying to work the old computer box. The internet
Quiet,
dies.
Randall.
What's going on here, huh? Don't mute me again. Come on now.
No, I'm not gonna mute you, even if you are a bully. Okay, so hashtag Ludens. I want to thank Ludens for sponsoring the show tonight and saving me from my cough. So we're gonna do a hashtag Ludens today. I'm gonna put together like a $50 box of random things. If there's something that you really like when you email me, if you're the winner, let me know. I'll try to throw some of those in. We're going to go through some more comments here as we're collecting. Type hashtag Ludens in the comment section if you'd like to be entered in for a chance to win a $50-ish box of.
This is where they just
lures.
go crazy and you can't see anything except for lures.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to go down and try to get some of these old ones. So Grumpy became a member. Randy, is that your other alter ego? Sounds like you. What else? People saying, I'm glad you did a live tonight. Yes, thank you for joining, everybody. Even if I am a bit under the weather, I appreciate. Oh, we went down a little bit. We were sitting at 300 there for a while. 291. Let's see. Ooh, try some McGillicuddy root beer. I do love root beer. Fishing Fix says I need Dizzle's address so I can ship some clam shells.
Man, I just threw away a bunch of clamshells earlier too.
AJ got it right. Hashtag Freemataniums. Yep, that is
From
Jim
DEBO.
that will be given away. Tim Grant, another new member. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you, my friend. Oh my God. Randall Pink Floyd says Dizzle remembers when his mom rubbed Mended on his chest. Yeah, that's what his mom used to do for Randall when he was sick. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Mr. Randall Pink Floyd, if we ever get the day to meet, we're just gonna poor Randall won't stand a chance. Tesla solar baits. Yeah, maybe. I remember there was, so back when I was younger, there was the bait that you could pull the front of it. I had one. I think Retro and I were talking about it when he was on. He had one there. Super cool guy. If y'all haven't checked out Retro Bassin, he's got the best theme song in YouTube. Andy fishes only old stuff. Super cool guy. But there was this old lure. It was a topwater lure. It was like a, I don't know how you explain it. It was like you pull a cord in the front, you tie your lure to it, you give it a quick pop, and it would pull this like cord in the front, and then the tail and back.
Like a frog type of.
It was a fish. Mine was a fish, and it would plop on the top like a dying fish. I had one. I don't think I ever caught anything on it, but not necessarily a solar bait. But what about baits that have more action or like electronics? I know there was that company that had like the jerkbaits or crankbaits with like the bait fish sound in it. When it got wet, it made that like sound. Maybe that was frog fur. I don't know, but maybe
I think
maybe
you're
that'll be
thinking too much, DEBO. Just get some underspins, man.
Oh my God, Jim. Hey, listen, you send me a box of those Picassos that are impossible to get. I'll go get some.
I wish I had an extra one to give you, man. I ain't got none.
Oh gosh.
Like I'm plumb out.
Just got a whole box of 100. I don't have any extra,
Nothing
sorry.
back here.
Straight Cash said baits aliens bring with them from another galaxy. I definitely think there's life out there. Maybe they'll bring something. Ooh, this is actually one. Gene. This is one that I've thought of. So when I was talking about earlier, where does it stop? Where does the panoptics and all that stop? Yeah, what if like there's a way that people incorporate cameras more into fishing? Like I was talking about ice fishing and stuff more. Maybe they'll incorporate that into like a bait rig, because you'll see those like ones in the ocean where they're trolling. They've got like a camera.
That there was one.
Or like with pike even.
Yeah, like those pike videos. Yeah, where they're trolling and the pike come up and.
Yeah.
Seemed like there was a company though that had a camera in a bait. Was it Savage Gear?
I have no idea.
Seems like I heard of that before.
Like I could see that, or even trying to incorporate like the depth finder kind of the castable from the bank depth finders. I could see them doing something like that with a lure of sorts where you get a quick little glimpse. But
Fat Boy probably nailed it here. This is probably what the future is going to be. When 2D sonar came out, or like side imaging, side scan, I remember how impressed people were with that. Dude, you can see all this stuff. Now you've got panoptics. Yeah, in 10, 20 years, I think that's probably going to be the more future stuff, not necessarily the baits, but the electronics and and I don't know how much different it's going to be, but I bet they'll have better clarity, more like user friendly. that type of stuff. So I think that's
like an instant kind of feedback too. I know even with like I've seen some people using like the Panoptics, there's a little bit of a delay still, even though it's pretty darn close, but like more of a instant feedback on what's going on down there.
That Kyle here said it was Savage Gear that had that camera.
Mm.
To be honest, I think the reason I remember that because I think they reached out to me to do a video on it, and I told them, for as muddy as water as I fish, you're not going to see nothing. I think that's why I remember that.
Man, that would have been awesome. You should have just
Yeah.
found some clear water. That'd have been fun. Illuminathan had a good one here. Martin's was ahead of his time in product design. Those Picasso shaky heads are crazy.
Oh yeah.
You see where Biko and Nishine or Nishine got their ideas from.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any of those by you?
No, they're all in the boat.
Oh, okay.
The rhino heads.
I guess I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but
Yeah,
yeah, Martin's was a good dude.
The rhino heads. So I'm probably look them up on Tech Warehouse.
Psych Toad. Do I have to remember to interact? No, man. Everybody can interact. I can't get through every single comment. I'm trying to go through with the good ones or interesting ones, and not that some aren't good, but just trying to bring up stuff here that will spark some conversation. Oh, here's another good one by you, Bernard. Does anybody watch the Japan lure brands, the JDM stuff? Do you think some of that's going to take over more? I think people are always are going to get into some of that stuff. You know, people are always looking for something different. Hashtag Ludens. We have 156 entries in here. And I will wait a couple weeks before I send it out to make sure there's no sickness or anything put on it.
Fish and Fix, just an FYI, he just did a hashtag Cox Juice just with Fishing the Southeast, brought it up too. Cox Juice. Throwback to a couple lives ago.
Yep. Yeah, that's not a dirty thing. That's actually John Cox.
Do I want to know what that is?
Yeah, John Cox has a product here. I'll bring it up here. I don't even remember who brought it up or what live it was on.
It was Jig Squad, wasn't it?
Oh, I think it was. Yep. Yeah, John Cox actually has his own scent out called Cox Juice.
God, that took up, I don't know, at least 45 minutes of that live.
Oh no, we went.
What's that
we
one
went
new
way
scent
too
that
long.
came out, but there's no scent to it?
The
What's that
bait
called?
fuel stuff?
Yeah,
is
bait
that
fuel.
it?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Is that like
that's
a
the big
dog
one I see
whistle?
everybody talking about. A dog whistle that is not actually a whistle.
Only fish can smell it or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Have
to pick some of that up, play around with it. I mean, how do you really know it's even working then? Because you can't smell it, you know?
Handcrafted. You catch more bass on it. The old Cox Juice. It's organic, non-toxic. Shake it well.
You know, the bait fuel, for all you know, that could just be water in there. You can't smell it.
Did they have it up here yet? I think it's by Netbait, right? They came out with it.
I don't know. I thought it was a Canadian brand. I thought.
I think it's by. I think it's Netbait. Is I could have swore it was under them. It's under their flag of stuff. I could have swore it was theirs. Let me look. Let's check our giveaway. How many people got entered? 170 people. How many people do we have watching? 294. I'll give people a couple more minutes. If you're just joining the stream, wondering what's going on, and you're getting in here for something free, I guess I'll allow it. But let me share here real quick. Hashtag Ludens if you want to be entered for the giveaway. Ludens sponsored tonight's show and helped keep the coughs away. Thanks, Ludens, for putting out such a great product. I'm going to be giving away a $50 box of stuff. Let me know what you need or what you like. I'll try to hook you up with some good stuff.
Plus a zillion.
I wish I had a bunch of zillions to give away. I wouldn't, though. I just use them all because I love them. Yes, Power Man 5000 reference. Somebody got it.
American Bait Works. There is Scumfrog on there, Netbaits on there.
Yeah, I think it's under the American Bait Works stuff. That's what I was going to check here real quick.
Yeah.
I forgot I got sidetracked. Let me just hit the Google machine and bait fuel it. Bait fuel fish attractant. Bait fuel. Oh my gosh, look at their website. Hold on here, folks.
Yeah,
we'll go through this real quick. Yep, we'll go through this real quick, and then we'll pick a winner. So I brought up the old bait fuel. Maybe it's not. I thought it was under their flag. So you go to it, man, it had a whole spinny like intro thing here. Superchargers soft plastic bait fuel enhances the go-to color pattern, shapes, and shimmer anglers' demand for. Look at this stuff. Let's learn about the science here. We got to watch a whole daggum infomercial.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you do this? Is this against the Geneva Convention or something?
Well, that's plastics. That's not at all what I was thinking about. Yeah, they have a clear bottle that's out. I guess this was just a big waste of time here, everybody. Sorry.
It's
Scientifically
infused.
tested.
It does look like a good
Okay.
chatterbait trailer, though.
What is this thing? Well, we got shimmying back there. Got the whole drop shot going on. Dipped in
there
bait
you
fuel.
go.
See, that's a net bait. That's the net
There's your
bait
underwater
drop shot
camera lure.
I swear it's from them. Whoops. Let's go to
Oh man.
May 2020.
I don't know.
Ooh, they recommend marinating your baits in the bait fuel just to maximize. What's it smell like? We develop bait fuel specifically to attract fish. As an angler, you won't notice a heavy scent from bait fuel. It's water-based technology and disperses in the water, not in the air. You may smell a slight scent when you open up the package, but that's it.
Seems
It's
a little
clear
fishy.
substance.
Seems a little
Clear
fishy.
substance. Here, integrated within our net bait and STH soft plastic. What was that? We got.
Debo missed it. 100% Debo missed it.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Okay.
I understood.
Let's grab.
Seems a little fishy to me, is all I said.
Oh, a little fishy. Sounds like frog fur. Okay, let's pick a winner here real quick, and we'll go through the rest of the comments and see what we got going on here, because I'm sure there's some good stuff going in comments now. All right, 180, good even number. I am sharing, right? Yes.
Yep.
Oh, there was Minnow, Jermaine. Michael Grady.
Michael, congrats,
Present
dude.
to win. You got to be present to win.
Yeah, gotta be present to win. I didn't say it this time. I don't say it anytime. Gotta be present to win. If you're not present, you don't win. Yeah, Gramps. I want to get some of that. American Legacy Fishing has tungsten now, selling it at cost in crack bags. Oh, I'm not gonna laugh. Yeah,
Michael, let us know if you're in here.
Michael, let us know. Are you here, my friend? Oh, there he is, Michael Grady.
Yep.
Okay, Michael, if you could please send an email to DEBO'SFishing@gmail.com. I put it on the bottom of the screen. Include a screenshot of your YouTube name, like where you can type so I know it's you that's actually sending it. Because we have had posers trying to win free baits. Don't do that, people. Send me that so I know it's you and your address and what kind of gear you would like, or what kind of gear you use a lot, or what you need. And I will try to hook you up, my friend.
And if you're a righty or a lefty for the reel,
Yeah, and then I will send your information to Jim so he can get you that metanium. Absolutely. Yep. Michael, we're teasing. There is no reel. Sorry, I wish I did have enough money to do that, but I will hook you up with some bait, whatever you need or like. Okay, so what else do we have for comments?
I saw people asking about the basics.
yes,
yeah,
the basics.
I did get to test that out too. Yeah, both of us have. What have you thought?
I've used it. I mean, I feel like it's basically the replacement for the Red Label.
Red Label.
I did actually buy a pack of Red Label because they didn't have basics in whatever line poundage I wanted, and I feel like the Red Label's changed now also. The Red Label seems a little bit softer than what it has previously. But yeah, it's a God. What did I get? 200 yards for $9, $9.99.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought kind of the same, Randy. It casted well. It was the first time I took out that Shimano Corrado, the 150, and that's a killer reel at that price. I think that's going to be one of the top reels. Felt really good. Yeah, I thought it casted well. Maybe a little stiffer than some of the others, but I mean, for $9, you can't expect it to be this, that, and the biscuits and gravy included. So here we got a this or that. Catch a bucket list species or catch your PB largemouth. I'm definitely more of a largemouth mainly guy. I don't fish too many multiple species. I would say next to largies, if I could fish topwater pike all the time, that would probably be my second favorite, to be honest. Topwater pike are so damn fun.
If I wasn't bass fishing, I'd like to get into muskie fishing. But either way, I'd go for a PB largemouth. And I don't want to just break my PB. I want to like blow it away. You know, I want to double it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to get a double digit. I want the chance to get a double digit because it's nothing I'm going to do here in Iowa. I mean, that's a once in a lifetime thing. You know, guys are catching them all the time down in Texas and stuff. So
I know, I guarantee you, dude. There's those ponds that I fish. I can promise you, there's a double digit in there.
Catch one then, damn it.
100%. There's a 10-pounder in there. I'll get one.
Jim, I'll be over there in
Hawk.
a couple hours.
Dude, Hawk. Topwater pike on the sprinkler frogs. Absolutely, dude. It's a freaking blast.
Radioactive.
Radioactive.
Guys still throw those? I don't know if you guys throw those anymore.
Oh yeah, I love them. I think they're highly underrated.
God, what's the
I tossed them a long time.
What is it? The Strike King version of it? Is it Strike King?
Oh, it's the Booyah,
Booyah.
Mm-hmm.
Toad.
God, what is it? Toad Runner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Toad Runner. That's it.
Toad Runner.
Yeah.
Daniel posted in here. Okay, so Daniel, funny story. I was on Tackle Warehouse the other night. I was low. I was sick. I was feeling bad. I had to order. I had to get an injection of a Tackle Warehouse order. I'm kidding. I actually saw a couple things I wanted.
Devo got the entire library in every color.
No, I actually got some of the Robo Nedworms. Somebody posted a Tackle Warehouse specific color. Let me bring it up here. And I went and looked at it, and then that just the whole, you know how it goes. Then you start going down the rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
I think I dropped a $150 order that started with one Robo worm color. And that's
once
not
you get so far, you're like, well, I might as well get the free shirt. So it's like they just keep beating you.
Yes, you're like, well, I might as well get that. And well, heck, I've always wanted these. I might as well try a couple of those.
The first one, you always got to get the free shipping, and then you get adding more things. Well, I might as well get the shirt.
Let me share here because I want to see what you all think of these. I don't know if they're floating. I don't know if people have had a lot of luck on them. I remember when they came out, I want to say a couple of years ago. I haven't really heard a bunch of people talk about them, but they got a cool look to them. Let me share here. I got to remember there was something else. Oh, the Guggen was the question. So yes, we have to get our Guggen question in. So first we'll go to the Ned Robo worm. I want to see what you all think of it.
I'm sorry, the what?
The Robo worm Nedworm. So this is Robo Worms, the company. This is their Nedworm. Kind of an interesting shape to it. I think it's a 3-inch bait if I remember right, or 2.5 inches. Oh, sorry, the one I got. They also have a bigger version now. But I wanted the smaller one to try for some Ned rigs. And of course, Aaron's Magic. I do have some of these in the Robo Worm. I haven't had good luck on them, but always got to be thankful for what Aaron did for the sport. I never met him, but he just seemed like a nice, cool guy that was taken too soon, man. Cancer sucks.
Yeah.
So the color that I got, it was a Tackle Warehouse. Somebody posted this. So it's kind of like the tramp stamp in Reaction Innovations. And I've never seen a Nedworm in this color. So it's like your green pumpkin bottom with your black and blue, which is one of my favorite colors in any plastic. Different companies call it different names. I've never seen this in a Nedworm.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never fished this Nedworm. So I was like, oh, it brought me out here. I bought this. I think I brought this purple hologram. There was another purple one I bought because y'all know I love purple. And then there was like the People's Worm was another one I bought, which is like a brown, purple. Then it's got like these flakes up top. I don't know. Let me know. Have you guys used these? Randall, if you want to look in comments and see if there's anything fun coming up or questions.
Have you used the little Ned worms from Jackal? I like those. I can't think of the name of those. And I know I got some over here somewhere. What are they called? Is it the Yammy?
You said Yammy? From where?
Jackal.
Oh,
Jackal,
God.
like the dog type of creature.
Oh, I'm trying not to laugh. Jackal. Okay, it's not
what I
thought.
Yammy fish. I think that's what it's called.
No, what I thought you said, brother. Hold on here. Jackal. Thanks for clarifying.
Yammy fish. Yep. Yammy fish is what everyone's saying.
Jackal. I don't fish a ton of Jackal stuff. I just got there. I think it was this order or the last order.
Either,
I do, not as much. I do. I'm gonna fish the tri-spin, damn it, and it's gonna make waves.
You're blinding them. I'm telling you, it's too much flash.
Jackal had, I think it's like a fluke thing. I thought it was Jackal. Maybe it's not theirs. Not that fluke that I just passed. It's not this one, but I don't remember who makes it. Oh, the Yummy Fish. No, I've never seen these. I've never fished this. Have you? Is this a good one?
Yeah, it's a little turd.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like that color.
I like them. Yeah, I don't Ned rig a lot, but when I do, I like those.
Huh? No, I've honestly never heard of this one. Or I think I've heard of it, maybe, but no, I've never. I guess I thought this was. I've heard people talk about the Yummy Fish, and I guess I thought it was a swim bait. That's interesting. I really like that one a lot. And the golden shad's kind of a Hawkeye color.
Make another order, boy.
No, I don't need to.
You won't be able to I'm not going to spend as much. Be thinking about a new lure. Now you're going to have to get it.
Debo, didn't you use the Yodo worm for a bit? The 10,000 fish Yodo worm?
No, I tried it once. I don't know that I caught anything on it. It was interesting. That was the Chatterbait trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I used it a couple times. I think Jim probably put in a lot more work than I did on it.
I like it.
It was interesting. I liked it. It kind of reminded me of the. It reminded me of the spunk shad, Randy. What do you know about the spunk shad?
I've heard it's infused with cox juice.
Oh, Randy. Yeah, hawk fishing, I agree. The Booyah Toad Runner is definitely not as good as the Sprinker. The hookup for me was way worse on the Toad Runner. Actually, I happen to have one here. I was just going through.
What are the odds of that?
The other day. But I had one of those. I don't know. I don't think it's up here, but yeah, I don't even know where I was going. Okay, what else was like? Oh, okay. So sorry. Somebody had our Guggen question. We have to get our Guggen question of the week. So this is what the whole tackle warehouse rabbit hole led me down. I don't know why, but somehow I've switched screens here. My StreamYard is on a whole different tab now. I don't know how to fix it and combine them, so I've got to switch back and forth between. I've got two things up here. We're gonna go to the Guggens, and I actually purchased some Guggen lures.
Oh, here we go.
Soon I'm gonna be part of the Guggen squad. The hell, didn't I just hit Guggen squad? What the hell happened?
User error.
What? It says Guggen squad and spinning rods. What? What's going on here?
Yeah, you're in rods or something.
Oh, Guggen baits, not Guggen squad. I don't know what the hell the difference was there.
I personally like their plastics. I don't think they're hard baits or anything special, but I think their plastics are pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the trench hog. That's what I was saying. The Rattlin' Ned. I did grab a couple of the Rattlin' Neds, which I've told people before I liked it. But my boy Nick, Fat Boy Fishing, and I were talking about colors, and he sent me some of his stick baits that he did in this color that turned out beautiful. And I remember they had this color, and I'm like, man, I do love green pumpkin purple. And I purchased a couple bags of these. I'll admit I did it. Because I really haven't fished the bandito bugs much. I know a lot of people, talk about the toughness of them and stuff. And I think Gramps has summed it up the best. And that's kind of what I've told people too, is you go one way or the other. If you get a lot of salt, it definitely does give it a different action, like the Yamamoto Cinco.
Right.
Gives it a different action, but it's not going to be as durable. Whereas you might have something like a Yum Dinger that I don't think has as good of an action. I'm not going to say that it doesn't work as well, because I use a Yum Dinger on a weighted wacky head, and I think it works perfect. But as far as weightless, I think there is definitely an action difference. So I kind of think that's the same thing with a lot of the Guggen baits. They're so salty, you're kind of giving up an action for durability. So it's just, it's kind of up to you. Do you want to pay that? I know some people just hate the Guggens. I don't, man. I try not to hate anybody. Life's too short. I might not even be here tomorrow to fish. So I just like to try whatever I can. And
I see somebody keeps asking about the old blazing worm. I know I haven't actually seen it in stock anywhere around here.
I got a couple.
Have you used them?
Is that from Guggen?
Yeah, I got them. Yeah. They're in the garage. Yeah, I got them last time I ordered from Carl.
I haven't heard of that. Oh my gosh.
Just like a speed
Can you believe that color just popped up there? I didn't know they had these in that color. Damn it. I definitely would have got those. I think the trench hog, except Gramps ruined me.
I see another order in your future, man.
No, I'm not going to order, but I wish I would have got some of the small ones of these. I really do like the trench hog. I think it's a cool design. And then I did get some of the Rattlin' Neds, which I said before. I think they were cool to include the rattle. The dark colors in muddier water, I think it does help. I got the black and purple. I think they call it Goby something.
They got the rattling chunks
Maybe I
also.
skipped it.
They're
Green pumpkin
little
goby.
craws, I think, right?
I think so. I haven't really used a lot of their stuff, but blazing worm. I don't see that on here. Must be too new. All right, what else we got for comments? What other questions on jerkbaits? Anybody tried the goat toads? Is that the Z-Man lure? I did get a couple packs of them. I have not got to try them yet, though. I think that's the Z-Man goat toad, the new one.
Got a couple on the way up.
The cool thing about these that actually sparked my interest was you guys were talking about the Strike King. Yeah, see, Randall, there's that Z-Man Willow vibe.
Yeah, that's not the one that I have though. It's a VMC.
Yeah, I think it's probably that one, but okay, that's fine.
Okay, you could just look up VMC and I could show you.
No, they don't have one. I just checked. I looked and they don't have it. Let me see. Goat toads. Where are they? They're on here, right?
Oh, wrong box.
There they are. So the thing that really sparked my interest. Yeah, a little bit. Are you popping open? Whoa, easy there. Cracky McGee, cracking whatever you're cracking open. I believe it was these, or maybe it was the Savage Gear ones. I got these and the Savage Gears in an order a couple months ago or a month and a half ago when they came out. But it said skippability, stretching. The tops of the bodies.
Debo, what were the frogs that you had got that one time that never skipped leg day?
Oh, those were the culprit and Creta, I think, in Creta frog or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I like those a lot. Those a lot.
Yep.
So, gosh, I don't know. I don't
like
see
fork
where it
ones. Those are good
says.
too. Like fork frogs.
So it does say extremely buoyant and impossibly durable. I actually don't think it was these. I think I got these for buzzbaits is the reason I got it. That's what it said, pairing up with your favorite buzzbait because of the durability. Because like if you're on a horny toad on a buzzbait, they get ripped up so easy. So I saw these. Now, if we go look at Savage Gear, I think those were the ones that I got because it said even with the hook on it, lightly weighted hook, they'll float. So, you guys were talking about the Strike King, whatever those toads were. I know Randy likes those too. Jim, whatever those are. Rage Toad? Is that it? Rage Toad?
Yeah, the Rage Toads.
Oops, not Strike King.
Looking for a buzzbait.
I'm talking about Strike King, and now I'm clicking on it. Savage Gear. So I think it was their toad that came out that they said, even if you pause it with a hook in it, it'll float. So that was one thing I really liked because on those soft plastic ones, like a horny toad is what I fished for the longest time. Randy kind of got me onto the Rage Toads or whatever. And then the Ribbits, I guess I fished the Ribbits quite a bit too. But they sink. So as soon as you stop it, you have to keep it going like a buzzbait. As soon as you stop it, they sink. So I think maybe it was this one that says, so it comes with one pre-rigged. It comes with the hook, with the stopper that I liked. But I think it said that no matter what, they'll float. So based on a 3D scan. Yeah, how funny is this? So they said they based it on a 3D scan. I'm not sure what kind of scan they did, but I guess maybe that part. I thought that kind of cracked me up when I read it. Anyway,
it's a Frogger frog that got ran over by whatever.
Right. Taper by. Let's see. The Durtech material is not only extremely durable, but it's super buoyant and lets the toad float on the surface when paused. Yeah, it was these. So it's like a Z-Man type material. You can take it. I took some out of the package, and it's super stretchy, super tough. But it says that you can pause it. So I don't know. I want to try that because that's one thing that I don't like when you pause it, like on the edge, it starts to sink down. And maybe sometimes that does draw the bite, but there's times where I want that to keep right there on top. If those fish are eating up.
You seen these, the new toad slayers?
I did get one of those. Yes, I did grab one of those. Tackle Warehouse had.
Slide the frog over the head there.
Yes, let me show you. I was excited. That was in that same order. Here we go. Yeah, so it's got like a little point at the beginning of that lead. It's pretty skinny, so it won't tear up your frog. Yep. And it's got a point, so it doesn't pull back. Yeah, I like the looks of that too. Did you get the dual one? I know they have a dual one too. I think they were out when I looked.
It's got the single. I like it's got that rusty that blade or that rivet on there too. Good squeak.
Yeah, they rusted the rivet, pre-rusted it for you.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Well, man, we're just a bunch of tackle nerds. Saturday night tackle nerd talking. Do we have anybody left in here? Is there 4 people watching? 275 people still sticking with Sick Debo. Man, I love y'all. Thank you. Let's see. Do we have any good questions coming in? Let's take a few more questions. We're at an hour 30. Any other new stuff that y'all have got out there that's watching? You guys, anything pick up anything new you're really excited about?
Someone did just ask actually about the Carl's insurance on their baits. I've heard of it. I don't know how that even works.
Insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, if you
Huh.
what is it? If you break off or if you lose
Jim
it, or
probably will know.
whatever.
Yeah, to be honest, I used it once so long. I got a video on it. I don't even remember even how it works anymore. But I think it's with your membership. It's either between 3 and 5 lures that you can, I guess, replace under their
Sure.
insurance program.
No crap. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. If you got your, does it
And you
cover
don't pay extra
jackhammers?
if you're a member. But I do believe, though, you know what? I'm not even going to say because I'm not 100% sure. But it could be every lure that you buy. But I do believe there's a time frame within when you bought it.
Yeah, there was something about it that I
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah, I don't remember all
I
the
was-
details.
It's a cool concept, cool
Yeah.
idea, and I mean,
And you don't have to pay extra for it. As long as you're a member, you get that little free perk with it.
Yep.
Cooch Modi. Have you ever used the Slamamander? Yeah, I did get to see. I was on Burley's live the other night where they had the guys from Okuma and their bait company. I can't even think of it off the top of my head now. Whatever their bait brand is, they were showing those Slamamanders. Those look cool. I think they said there's a smaller size that I would like to try for bed fishing. I feel like that would annoy the hell out of fish, but no, I don't have any yet. They look cool though. They got some cool little plastics coming out too.
Hey, Debo, I don't know who asked the question, but real quick, they said Darce choke or rear naked choke.
Ooh, I was a huge Darce guy. I actually had a fun Darce from well, I guess what would you call it? 4 position where you're both on hands and knees, where you're fighting from that like scruff lock position. A rolling Darce from there that was lethal. And I think the Von Flu choke was another one that was really underrated back in the day. I don't know if people still use it. I don't watch any MMA for years now. I feel like a traitor if I watch
the Anaconda also. I'm just a fan of the Anaconda. It looks fun.
What about Shamrock? Is he still fighting?
Ken? No, man,
Yeah.
he's too old now.
And Hoist Gracie.
Hoist Gracie. His name is Hoist Gracie. It's funny because you could always tell the people back in the day that actually watched MMA because they'd be like, "Hey, have you ever seen that Royce Gracie? I used to train with him."
The Royce guy?
Well, if you trained with him, you probably wouldn't call him Royce because he'd knock your teeth out.
What did Vanderlei always eat before fights leading up to him? Chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice.
Yeah,
I don't eat the chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice.
He was Brazilian and his English was pretty terrible back in the day. We're talking like the old Pride days when we loved the axe murderer.
Yeah. Funny.
Oh man, good times. What site is that? That was Tackle Warehouse. I don't know if that's I did partner with Tackle Warehouse, so of course I put my link below. If you're picking up anything from there, consider using the DEBO'S link. A portion of that goes back to my channel. I appreciate it. If you have other places, check out Omnia. Go look up Rich Hellabass. He has a code for I think 10 or 15% off. Or our good friend Fishing with Gramps over at American Legacy. Consider using his code. Or Mr. Jim the Tackle Junkie if you're fishing at any of the shopping at any of the Carl stuff. I know he's got coupons off, and go check out his channel. But I did link him and Dizzle below. So if you've not followed Jim the Tackle Junkie and you like tackle stuff, he does a ton of tackle talk. Dizzle does a ton of tackle talk with me and us. He doesn't have any videos, but go follow him. We're trying to get him to 1,000 followers without a single video. So
it's like a record.
I know. Oh God, Gramps. Yes, that's the only thing that I don't like about the trench hog. Now that I've seen it, I can't unseen it, and I hate it. Oh gosh, Daniel, this is something I struggle with. Literally, the last 2 times I was out and skunked, I told Randy I was going to give all my stuff away. Am I tightening this or loosening this? What's going on? I told Randy I was going to give all my stuff away because I'm like, I've literally got so much stuff, and this is not a brag. I mean, I've worked my arse off to get everything I have, and I'm damn proud of what I've got now because I didn't have it back in the day. Like, it was using old stuff that me and Dad would get on sale. Now I share a bunch of stuff with Dad. I hit something on my mic. I think the tightening thing is broken on it. Oh Lord, I'm not going to touch it at my fault.
Oh Lord.
But anyway, the past 2 times out, got skunked, cold water, and I'm like, do I really need all this stuff? What the hell am I doing if I can't even go out with all this stuff and catch a fish?
And you were all butthurt that I foul hooked a catfish. Come on now.
I wasn't mad about it. I was just like, I want to catch something.
Well, you were like, yeah,
And I
you
just
were
wanted an
like trying
excuse to
to
kick
equate
you
that
in.
as, oh God.
Let me ask you this,
Whatever.
Debo. Would you be buying as much as you buy now if you weren't on YouTube?
No, because I like to do so. YouTube is a weird animal because I like to buy the stuff, but I wouldn't be able to buy the stuff if I didn't have YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much most of the YouTube money, besides like I pay my truck payment and then I have my extra stuff,
Mm-hmm.
all comes from YouTube. So it's like what I'm making here is going right back into my channel, into mics, into other stuff. But that's it. Like I don't make much off of this stuff.
Right.
People. I don't think people realize how much like other sponsors and other people paying really come into like, can you do this full time?
Oh, yeah.
YouTube money alone is definitely not enough unless you're getting millions of views, on every video. But
Right.
I wouldn't, number one, because I wouldn't have the money. And number two, like I love to fish different stuff. So that like to me, that's fun, is to challenge myself to not like do the same video over and over and over. Last year the wacky rig destroyed fish for me. And there was times where I'm like, man, I'm struggling. I want to go wacky rig and catch some stuff. But there's other times where it's like, man, I fished it too much. I need to fish some new stuff.
Right.
And it kind of makes you a better angler. Like you get into other things. And
I feel like, Debo, you would be not necessarily gear as far as combos and things like that, but I think you would still probably be lure guy. Like I think you would really kind of be into different lures and
for
different
sure.
things like that.
I've always been a lure guy ever since I was little. Like if I ever get Dad on, but we used to he was down here looking through the stuff a week and a half ago or whatever. And we were looking through my old tackle box and looking at painting lures and stuff. And talking about the old orders we used to put in on Bass Pro Shop, where you'd have to like rip out the thing, you'd have to make your paper order, and it would take like a month to get the stuff. We were talking about, he's like, do you remember going to the store? And he's like, every time we'd go, like when me and him would run errands, he's like, you'd always have to pick out your fishing ewer, because I always called them fishing ewers when I was little. So it was funny. We just, we took a trip down memory lane. That's always fun. But yeah, dad is the one that always, like, if it's something that interests him and it was something we did together, Dad would buy whatever. He didn't care. You want to go hunting? I'll buy you a new shotgun. You want to go fishing? Hell, I'll buy you a new comp. Like, didn't matter, within reason.
Right.
But if it was like, Dad, I got a Nintendo, can I get a new game? He's like, you don't need that new game. That stuff's stupid. You don't need that crap. So we always joke about that. All right, what else do we got?
You saw that video I sent you the other day when I ran over to Cabela's of that catfish?
Yeah, the Mondo Catfish.
That is the scariest, biggest catfish. Like, where do they get the fish that they put into these tanks?
I have no idea.
Because if I had to guess, I don't know as if it would have been a struggle at its widest for me to be able to fit my arms around this catfish. This thing was ginormous. It was scary.
And when was this caught? What are you talking about?
This was I went over to Cabela's over here just because I needed to get some stuff that weren't available around me. So it came out of a log. I thought this log was just like floating off of the bottom.
Oh, one of their fish tanks in there?
Oh yeah, this thing was sickening.
So large. So
large. Larger than a baby.
So Jermaine said the Agent E thing is legit. Yeah, I talk so much crap on the Mega Bass Dark Sleeper. I got a lot of hate from people on that video. I wasn't a fan of it, bank fishing it like a jig. The Agent E is interesting though, and maybe I've kind of learned my lesson, but I did have a fish bite at that time. Randy and I were out. It bit it right at the bank, just on the tail. So that's the only lure I've had a bite on. Didn't hook it or anything. Yeah, I want to put more time in with that too.
God, you should really get into that dead shad bait that you fished that one time.
Oh God, that was a lucky tackle box lure. Thing was a joke. Randy
was
and I.
It a live target?
No, it wasn't. It was some off-brand. It was some dead shad thing I got from Lucky Tackle Box long ago, and I was making fun of it because like you pushed it and like it wasn't very soft. Like it was just a piece of crap. And
it was a topwater,
I threw it out.
Hollow-bodied floating lure.
Gotcha.
It wasn't the live target like bluegills. It was kind of like that, but I think it had a hook in a different position on its side. But I had a monster fish blow up on it. I think it was a wiper. Dude, thing
And
just
we
crushed
didn't
it.
catch
and I
anything
didn't catch
all
it.
day long. We didn't have any bites. We didn't have anything. And DEBO'S like, let me check this dumb lure out.
Yeah, I'm like, this
Chucks
is
it out
this is
there.
what we need. And I had a monster blow up and didn't catch it. And then I was like, oh man, I don't even know what I'm doing. What else we got? All right, let's do a couple. Let's each pick a question, then we're gonna get out of here. I can't believe I've went for an hour 45. I was like, can I even make this an hour tonight? And almost 200 likes. South Jersey says, hell yes, people. Thank you for the support, everything. It means a ton to me, everyone. I appreciate it a lot. Ooh, Daniel, this isn't a question for everyone, but yes, I did use the Bellows gill last year on just a weightless hook, and I think it will be killer on a free rig. I've got a couple free rig lures specifically because Randy was having so much success. I got us a couple to try this year, and I think that will be another good one, Daniel. Okay, so what do you guys got? Has anybody seen a question? I'm going to scroll down here a bit.
I'm looking here.
I am seeing if anything's coming through as well.
Phantom Mule Jigs. Yeah, I did bring that up earlier. Ethan, online outdoorsman, awesome guy. I haven't fished the mule jigs a ton. I did fish them one day. I think I caught one on it. I wasn't recording, but it was a slow, crappy day, and I think it was a dink. But the Burley guys had a ton of luck on. I think it was maybe his new lure. It looks like a drop shot, like straight tail thing. But they had an awesome day on some of his stuff. He's a really good cat too. So,
shout out to Richie's in the chat. Let's see where's he at. I just got a message from him on Messenger.
Michael just subscribed to the Dizzle channel. Thank you, Michael. We appreciate all the support for Dizzle.
I do see a this or that. It just popped up. Hammer hooks or spear point hooks?
Have you either?
Real quick, Mr. Randall Williams Soley. Randy's channel is down below in the description. Anybody else, go sub to Randy. Let's get him to 1,000. He doesn't have any videos, but you'll get to see his handsome face and subscribe. So, okay. So, what time was your question?
On that? It was just within the last 2 seconds, really. Well, 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half.
It's at 9:14.
There you go. Thank you.
Hammer hooks or spear point hooks? I don't even know what hammer hooks are.
That's a good.
I have used.
It's
go. We know what Randy's gonna say.
Honestly, you haven't even used them, and I've tried to get you to use them. I like them. Jim, have you?
I bought a pack. I haven't used them yet.
I like them. I mean, they feel like they don't feel like they are a very stout hook.
Stout hook.
They just feel good.
Yeah, I used the hammer hook, or I haven't used the hammer hooks. I did use the spear point. I think they have some like heavier, thicker hooks now. I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make for hookup ratio. It's kind of like the trapper tackle hooks. I don't know if it's more frog fur, but I did use their regular like big EWG hooks. I think it was a 4/0 that I caught one of my biggest fish on 5.5, I think, last year, and it held up fine. Just a medium heavy bait caster. I was flipping a D-bomb in Bruiser Flash with a little 3/8 ounce tungsten. Tungsten. Okay, what else we got here? So that was Randy's question. Okay, how about you? Here's a freebie. We've talked about this one before. Jim and I have.
I'm going Metanium.
I knew you would.
Yeah.
I'm Zillion. We're split. Randy, how about you?
I don't have a dog in this fight. I haven't used either.
You like the Zillion for more comfort, or?
If you guys both want to send me a left in each one, I'll give it a shot and get back to you.
When I got him, I was gonna get you a lefty. When I was looking, I don't know. I got two at a really, really good price. I don't know if they messed up my order or what, but I got two at a very, very good price. They were both righty though. They didn't have any lefties at the time.
I've been wanting to try right-handed reels this year too. So just saying.
Hey man, I got some extras if you want to try one. We just got a donation here. Who donated? Eric D. Brother. Thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate it. War Eagle or Nichols spinnerbaits. That's a toughie.
I don't think I've used any Nichols spinnerbaits before.
Yeah, I haven't really used them enough. Yeah, but I do like War Eagle.
I like that War Eagle.
Different ones too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's not just your basic run of the mill,
spinnerbait. They have different varieties of.
Yeah, they got kind of back ones for muddy water. Yeah, they got a nice variety.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I really like the finesse spinnerbaits from War Eagle. I think those are handy.
Then they got that river rat too. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one
is that the one? Yeah, the bigger one is to have a. I think it's got a red kicker blade on it too, right?
The river rats, yeah, they got more gaudy colors, for muddier water, bright colors, white and all that.
Yeah, I like both, honestly. I know the one thing about Nichols, I wish they had a bait keeper. Nichols doesn't have bait keeper. Does War Eagle off the top of my head? I don't remember. I don't think they do either, actually, now that I say that.
Picasso doesn't either, I hardly ever use a trailer, to be honest, on a spinnerbait.
Yeah, I kind of go back and forth. A lot of times you don't need it, but there's sometimes I like to have
get too much lift out of it. I just don't like it.
Girth, like that extra profile. I don't know.
I moved too much to the stinger hook on the back versus a trailer.
I never even put a trail hook either.
Really?
Well, Eric, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that. That was a good question. Yeah, I go with the trailer hook when I can get away with it, but
true. I mean,
South Jersey fisherman, I agree, dude. I found Ryugi hooks a couple years ago. Was that 2020, I think, when I first found them? But the wacky rig hooks for them, huge fan. I don't think I still have any here. I showed them on a live a little while ago, but they've got a couple versions, and I think it's the best wacky hook out there now. I don't have them up here. I think I put them away already, but yeah, absolutely. Check out that Ryugi. I think they're like a Japanese. They're not the cheapest hooks, but man, are they nice. They're nice.
Here at, where'd I go? 922. Do you think the buzzbait is still a viable option in the Midwest? 100%.
922.
I'm going to say possibly. It depends on at least us around here, or at least me. I don't know if the water is going to be able to support it. There's not the big open flats like we've had in years past, just because the water's gone down so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of what I'm starting to see is, a little bit of flat, huge drop-offs or bigger drop-offs. You don't have as much room to work from what I've seen so far this year.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to throw it more by because for whatever reason, a buzzbait for me along riprap was always crazy good around here.
Oh yeah.
And it's not necessarily I know a lot of guys will throw it shallower, like around wood and stuff, and I think that's what we'll have to do around here, Randy. Throw it by laydowns and stumps and stuff. But for whatever reason around riprap, and everything around here is like 3-4 foot low, like crazy low water levels.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's not gonna work in those spots, but hopefully
you could be like Hank and call them up from 60 feet,
Yeah, I was using a walking bait in 138 feet of water and caught one. Okay, Mr. Randall Pink Floyd, this is going to be my question, then we're getting out of here. One brand, Berkeley or Rapala, just for the variety? I think I'd have to go Berkeley.
Yeah, 100%.
Berkeley power bait scent, I think I'm the most confident in, like as far as catching fish wise. And they got everything, man. They got all kinds of stuff.
I was going to say there's no stipulation to this. It's just the open-ended question. It's not hard baits, soft baits.
What if it was Berkeley and striking?
Striking?
I think.
Yeah, just because
I have to think on that.
Trailer plastics and coffee scent.
I don't know.
They do have the best smelling. All right. Well, listen, we've got 250 people in here still. I'm ready to cash out for the night and go take another 6-hour nap, 7-hour nap. But listen, if you haven't subscribed to these guys already, almost caught there. Jim, Tackle Junkie, he's below. You can find him. Jim, where can they find you?
TackleJunkie.com. I'm Tackle Junkie 81 on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or you can just type in TackleJunkie.com and it brings you right to my channel.
And Mr. Randall down below. I did link his channel below. Everybody go subscribe when you get done with the video. Let's get him up to 1,000. We love him. And everybody that's stuck with me tonight watching. Damn it. All right. Listen, we're going to get out of here. I love y'all. Thanks for watching. And until next live.